The morning sky over the border looked calm and empty. Nothing in the air suggested that within minutes the entire defense network would be pushed into action. Suddenly radar stations began detecting multiple aerial contacts approaching the sector. Small moving signals appeared across several screens at the same moment. Operators quickly realized these were drones entering the airspace. Dozens of them. They were not flying in a perfect formation. Instead, they appeared scattered and unorganized, moving at different speeds and altitudes. At first glance they looked like a chaotic swarm. These were not advanced stealth machines. They were simple drones powered by small engines. Their propellers were loud enough to be heard from kilometers away. Normally that kind of noise would make them easy targets, but this time, the noise was intentional. The drones were meant to be noticed. Air defense crews reacted immediately. Anti-aircraft gun teams rushed to their positions while radar operators started assigning targets. Soon the sky filled with tracer fire. Zu-23 cannons began firing bursts of heavy ammunition into the air. The twin barrels screamed as thousands of rounds were launched toward the incoming drones. Within moments the first drone exploded in the sky. Fragments scattered across nearby fields while burning debris fell toward the ground. Another drone followed seconds later, destroyed by another burst of fire. For the gunners on the ground the situation was simple. Targets appeared. They fired. Targets disappeared. More drones continued to arrive, forcing the crews to keep shooting. From their perspective the battle looked successful. Every visible drone was eventually hit and destroyed. However, something important was happening at the same time. While everyone focused on the loud swarm above, another drone was approaching quietly from a completely different direction. Unlike the others, this one stayed extremely low to the ground. Instead of flying high where it could easily be seen, it followed terrain features like tree lines, shallow valleys, and drainage paths. Hills and buildings blocked radar coverage, hiding the small aircraft as it moved forward. To most defense systems, it simply blended into background clutter. From radar screens it looked like nothing. The defensive network remained busy with the drones it could see. Anti-aircraft cannons continued firing while missile teams prepared their launchers for additional targets. Eventually missile units joined the fight. Several drones that survived the initial gunfire were destroyed by guided missiles. Bright flashes appeared in the sky as interceptors detonated near their targets. One by one the remaining drones disappeared from radar. Electronic warfare units also activated their systems. Powerful jamming signals flooded the airwaves, disrupting navigation and control signals used by many small drones. A few of the remaining aircraft immediately lost control and crashed into the ground. From the perspective of the defense network, the operation looked successful. The sky gradually became quiet again. Radar screens that had been full of targets only minutes earlier now showed empty airspace. Reports from different units confirmed the same conclusion. Most incoming drones had been destroyed. Standard procedure followed. To confirm the results of the engagement, a helicopter was sent into the area to visually inspect the crash sites and verify the destroyed drones. The aircraft lifted off and began flying toward the debris field. From the cockpit the situation looked calm. Smoke from destroyed drones could be seen on the ground while gun crews below continued reporting their successful intercepts. The airspace appeared secure, but something was still there. Far below the helicopter's field of view, the low-flying drone continued moving through the area. Its small camera transmitted a live video feed to the operator controlling it from far away. At first the operator only saw empty terrain. Then something appeared in the distance, a helicopter. The drone's mission instantly changed. Instead of continuing forward, the operator adjusted the drone's direction and began following the aircraft from behind. The drone slowly climbed while maintaining distance. From that angle it stayed in a blind spot where the helicopter crew could not easily see it. The aircraft continued flying normally, unaware that something was approaching. For several minutes the drone followed quietly. No radar warning appeared. No alarm sounded. Nothing indicated danger. Then the drone began its final approach. The distance closed quickly as it moved directly toward the rear of the helicopter. This position placed it near one of the most vulnerable parts of the aircraft. Within seconds it was close enough. The drone struck the helicopter and detonated immediately. The explosion hit the rotor system, causing instant damage to the spinning blades. Once the rotor lost balance, The helicopter could no longer stay in the air. The aircraft fell rapidly toward the ground. The entire event happened so quickly that there was no chance for recovery. When investigators later reviewed the incident, the numbers looked surprising. Almost every drone in the original attack had been intercepted. Air defense units had fired thousands of rounds of ammunition, launched missiles, and activated electronic warfare systems. By most traditional standards, the defense had performed well, yet a single drone managed to slip through. That one aircraft destroyed a helicopter and exposed the weakness in the defensive system. The attack demonstrated an important reality of modern warfare. Small drones can be used not only as weapons but also as distractions. By sending many cheap targets into the air, attackers can force defenders to focus their attention in one direction. Meanwhile, the real threat approaches from another. In this case, the swarm in the sky was not the main weapon. It was simply the distraction. The real weapon was the one flying silently below. Modern battlefields are changing rapidly because of this technology. Small unmanned aircraft are inexpensive, difficult to detect, and capable of surprising even advanced defense systems. Sometimes the most dangerous threat is not the one everyone sees. It is the one that nobody notices until it is too late. So the question remains, if you were the commander responsible for that airspace, would you have believed the battle was already over, and would you have sent the helicopter to confirm the results? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy detailed military analysis like this, make sure to subscribe.